Morning friend, we are discussing about the Vision IS 5 question. Let's discuss the first question. First question is related to the politics section. They are asking about the zero hour. You know very well the proceeding in the parliament in which how the day of an parliamentarian in the parliament is going on. For example, starting from the 11 o'clock, the time period of any of the member of parliament in parliament is started, and then start the question hour. First schedule of 1 hour is for the question hour. Second, for example, 12.0. 2.00, here the 0 hour is started. Let's see the things here. What does this 0 hour in the Indian Parliament is stated? Number first statement regarding it is an informal device available to the member of the Parliament to raise matter without any prior notice. So it is a type of informal device. It means that any of the member of Parliament, not specifically to the opposition party, not specifically to the nominated and the individual member there, is related and then can ask by him any question. This mean that is a type of informal device, right? Available to the member of parliament. MP के पास ये पावर अवेलेबल होती है ताकि वो कोई भी important मैटर को रेज कर सकते हैं, but there is no any kind of prior notice given to the speaker or the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Second is, it is a feature borrowed from the British Constitution. So it is taken from the British Constitution basically. Number third is it is elaborated in the rules of procedure of the House of Parliament, and these are the statement there, and option are this: third, first and second, first, second, third. I again repeat the question for the better understanding of the question. With reference to the 0 hour in the Indian Parliament, consider the following statement. The first statement is said that it is a type of informal device available to the member of Parliament so that they can raise matter without any prior notice. Second, it is featured borrowed from the British Constitution. Number third, it is elaborated in the rules of the procedure of the House of Parliament. And option are these. Let's see the next question. Next question is related to the crop and the climate region in which they are grown. Number first is sugarcane that are grown in the temperate grassland. Second is olive that is occurred that is grown in Mediterranean, and coca crop that is found in a equatorial region. And option are these: first and second, third, second and third. Second, I again repeat the question for the better understanding of the question. Crop and where these crops are grown. First is the sugarcane. Sugarcane is it grown in the temperate grassland, olive, Mediterranean, and cocoa that is found in the equatorial region. And option are these. Let's see the next question. Next question is related to the art and culture. They are asking about the Prayag Prasasti. You can correlate it with the medieval history basically. It was composed by the Hari Sena. Second, Prayag Prasasti. It mentioned that conquest done by the Samudragupta. Number third, it was also known as the Allahabad pillar inscription. So I summarize in 3 sentences about the Prayag Prasasti. It was composed by the Hari Sena. It mentioned the conquest done by Samudragupta, and it is also called as the Vikramaditya, and it is compared with the Napoleon because of his imperialistic nature of his rule or reign. It was also known as the Allahabad pillar inscription. And option are these: first and third, first, second, third, second and third, first and second. Right, let's see the next question. Next question is related, this time not, okay, is related to the history section. They are asking about the 31st October 2020 All India Trade Union Congress completed 100 years of existence. So very important question because it is related to the 100th anniversary of the All India Trade Union Congress completed 100 years of the existence. In this context, consider the following statement regarding All India Trade Union Congress. In the first statement, they are said like that: Lala Lajpat Rai, the first president of AITUC, All India Trade Union कांग्रेस का जो फर्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट रहे हैं क्या वो लाला लाजपत रहे हैं. सेकंड, AITU हैज बाइकॉटेड द सैमन कमीशन. एंड ऑप्शन आर दीज: फर्स्ट, सेकंड, बोथ फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड, नीदर वन नीदर टू. आई अगेन रिपीट द क्वेश्चन. On 31st October 2020, All India Trade Union Congress completed 100 years of their existence. In this context, consider the following statement regarding All India Trade Union Congress. Number first, it is chaired by the Lala Lajpat Rai, that he was the first president of AITU. Second, it is boycotted the Simon Commission. And option are these. Let's see the next question. Next question, that's the last question. Just a minute. I think I forgot to add. Anyway, let's see the answer to the first question. Only first statement is correct here. Why? Second, for example, it is an informal device. That is correct. Available to the member of parliament to raise this matter without any prior notice. Yes, that is correct because the proceeding in the parliament is starting from the 11 o'clock and that take place in the 5 o'clock in Rajya Sabha and 6 o'clock in Lok Sabha. Right? From 11 to 12, there is a question hour. From question hour to 1 hour later, for example, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, that is 0 hour. 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, that is the lunch hour, and then 2 o'clock and to the 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, the business of the parliament is started. Basically, they discuss the policy formulation and how they can proceed with it, like that, right? Second, it is a feature borrowed from the British Constitution. No, it is the indigenously developed concept that are existed in India itself, and that is made in 1952. But do remember this fact: it is not a part of any of the rules and procedure booklet of the Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. There is a type of business and the convention that is framed. You can say it is a type of convention that are made, that are Indian genius that it formulated. Number third, if we are talking about it is elaborate in the rules of the procedure of the House of the Parliament, that is wrong. So only first is real. Let's see the vision IS explanation. The first of the parliament sitting in the question hall. During this time, the member asks a question and the minister usually give the answer. So it is a type of a supplementary type of question that can be asked. The zero hour starts immediately after the question hour and last until the agenda for the day. And the agenda for the day is started on 2 o'clock. In other words, the time gap between the question hour and agenda of the is known as the 0 hour. Unlike the question hour, the 0 hour is not mentioned in the public and the rules of procedure. Do remember this fact, it is not mentioned in the rules of procedure. That is what is it? It is a type of informal device available to the member of parliament so that they can raise matter without any prior notice. So first and third is correct. Let's see. In Indian innovation, it is a type of Indian innovation. It is the Indian genius in the field of the parliamentary procedure and has been existing since 1962. So, second is not correct. Let's see the next question. Next question, if you are talking about the sugarcane, it is a temperate grassland? No, it is a tropical. You know very well. In southern part of Indian Indian peninsula, sugarcane is made there, grown there basically. And the productivity of the southern India is much more higher. For example, 55% of the productivity and the crop grown and the production is found in southern Africa, south of India, basically peninsula. And if you're talking about the largest production of any state, that is the Uttar Pradesh because of its area, not about the productivity, right? Well, if we are talking about the Mediterranean, you know very well, Israel and Mediterranean जो उस पे border लगते हैं, उनकी जो Mediterranean type में ओलाइव बहुत ज़्यादा पाया जाता है. At the same point of time, it is found in the Arunachal Pradesh and is the largest grown area in Arunachal Pradesh, highest grown India in case of India. Coca equatorial region, that is correct because all Indonesia, Malaysia and Papua New Guinea, all these countries has highest production of coca, and basically Africa continent also be composed of it, and equatorial region are found there. Matlab coca is grown in the equatorial region. Let's see the explanation there. Wide range is the low land tropical cash crop are cultivated in tropical monsoon climate. The most important crop in can category. At the same point of time, paddy, for example, rice. As much as 2/3 of the world's sugar production comes from the tropical countries. Sugar is either grown in plantation or on a smaller holding. But the condition here is rainfall and sunshine are abundant. That is the precondition to grow it. That is, we should find it, right? Ola, if you are talking about it, is extensively cultivated in Mediterranean climate. It is hardy and long-rooted and can survive even on a very poor limestone soil with less than 10 inches of the annual rainfall. So it can be grown anywhere. Basically, the high rock where the limestone soil is found there. Okay, if you are talking about it, is a tropical plantation crop that is well suited in hot and wet equatorial climate. It is mostly extensively cultivated in West Africa, bordering the Gulf of Guinea, Ivory Coast, Niger. The most important producer are Ghana and Nigeria. So do remember this fact, and it is highest category. If you are talking about India, the Kadagi district of Karnataka is found the highest grown thing in India in case of the coffee. But at the same point of time, the category, if you are talking about the Arabica variety is found in India, right? Let's see about the Prague process. I think all are correct for second, third, yes. Because the Prague process, if you are talking about it, is composed by the Hari Sen. That is also correct. It mentioned the conquest done by the Samudragupta. It is also known as the Allahabad period inscription. So all are correct. Prasastis were composed by the poet in praise of the kings in particular and patrons in general. Prague Prasasti, also known as the Allahabad period inscription, was composed in Sanskrit by Hari Sen. Hari Sen was the court poet of the Samudragupta, who was considered the most effective and powerful Gupta ruler. The pillar was the Han Ashoka pillar, erected by the Ashoka 6th century before him. So you know very well, Ashoka के 6 साल पहले, 6th century, 600 पहले उसको बनाया जा चुका था. The inscription is a eulogy. Eulogy is nothing but a type of a description that is a positive vibes about the Samudragupta and mention the conquest of Samudragupta and the boundaries of the Gupta Empire at that point of time. Let's see the fourth question. If you are talking about the Lala Lajpat Rai, both statements are correct. Let's see. 31st October 2020, All India Union Trade completed 100 years of existence. All India Trade Union Congress was established in 1920. First is correct because Lala Lajpat was the first president, and it is a type of link between capitalism with the imperialism and emphasizes the crucial role that taken place by because of the working class in fighting in his combination. Second is also great because in November 1927 took a decision to boycott the Simon Commission and many workers participated in the massive Simon boycott demonstration. Let's see the fifth question. Traditional knowledge digital library. What is it? I myself is talking about it. It is a type of pioneering initiative of India to prevent misappropriation of a country's traditional medicine knowledge at international patent office. So it is a quite of a it is a type of initiative of the government of India where it wanted to protect and defend the Ayurvedic type of a thing. They wanted to come into in digital form and get patented so that the whole community can be benefit. The main idea here is like that. If you are talking about the which of the following ministries implementing this program, that is the Ministry of Finance in collaboration with the CSIR, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, that made in 1919, right? Let's see the recent content because it is related to the current affairs section. Traditional knowledge digital library. It is a type of Indian digital knowledge repository of traditional knowledge. It is specifically about medicinal plant. Collaboration between the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research and the Ministry of Ayush, and it completed 20 years. That's why it is in news. The objective of the library is to protect the ancient and traditional knowledge of the country from exploitation through biopiracy and unethical patent by documenting that is especially done by the Western world. Apart from the non-patented database serve for the foster modern research based on the traditional knowledge as it simplify access to the vast knowledge of the remedies and practices. Let's see the next question. It is a type of revision, and what type of revision is Maitri Setu Bridge? You know very well, India and Bangladesh made the Maitri Setu Bridge, and it is also called the Friendship Bridge, right? Let's see the collaboration between India and Bangladesh. What is it? What is its significance? Significance is very important. Let's see the what is it. 1.9 long India-Bangladesh Maitri Setu, that is also known as Friendship Bridge, is built over the Feni River. Do you remember this fact that it is built on a Feni River that demarcates the international boundary between the India and Bangladesh. The Feni River originated in South Tripura. Do you remember this fact also because it was just only originated in Tripura and passed from it. For example, if you are talking about the Indian map, just a minute. Here is the Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram. Here is Tripura, here is Meghalaya, and in between is Assam, right? So Tripura and Bangladesh. It is a type of like connection like that. This type of connection. The Feni River originated in southern Tripura, passes through Sabroom on the Indian side, enter Bangladesh and flow in Bay of Bengal. It is transboundary river with the ongoing dispute over water right. The bridge joins Sabroom in India with Ramgarh in Bangladesh. It connects Bangladesh Chittagong seaport, which is just 100 km from Agartala in northeast. So it is quite important for the better connectivity of the northeast and India. Considered in 2010, the construction of the bridge was taken over by the National Highway and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited. The question can be said like that: it is made by the BRO. It is Border Development Road Organization. That is not like that. It is made by the National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited. Let's see about the significance. For example, connectivity is enhanced along the northeast East India, South Assam, Mizoram, Manipur, along Tripura and Bangladesh and Southeast Asia. Reduces the transportation dependency on the road connectivity because the water connectivity is the cheapest mode of transportation. It is quite important that we can reduce our dependency on the road. Tripura acts as the gateway of the northeast India, so it is quite important we have to access from all sides so that we never can disconnect from the northeast India. So strengthen the bilateral relationship between the two neighbors. So it is quite important whenever there is a relation building, the infrastructure in any of the country play important role. And the location of it also. Railway and water connectivity is made here like that. Trade corridor is made and the export and import can be enhanced. Boost tourism sector in northeast India, the people to people movement at the same point of time. The soft image of India is also enhanced and ranking in many of the index can be enhanced by this. It would play a strategic role in proposed economic corridor by India, Bangladesh, China and Myanmar, right? Let's see here, that is quite important slide is there because it is a type of food waste index report of 2021. What is it? Let's see if it can be found in English. Okay, UNEP, just a minute. UNEP and RAP release the food waste index. Do you remember this fact? Who releases the food waste index? Who releases the UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, and WRF released the food waste index report 2020 that highlighted that food waste by different country 2019. And as per this report, 931 million tons of the food were wasted globally in 2019, and it is a very shocking figure because many of the people in, for example, India also, Afghanistan, Southeast Asia basically, where many people are not even afford to go for their daily eating, not from the point of view of the nutrient, but it is in the form of the absolute way where it could not take enough calories for the development of their body. Key point here is in India, the household food waste was 50 kg per capita per year. So it is quite important, this figure, 50 kg per capita per year, or you can see here 68,000. The household food waste estimated in USA is 59 kg per capita per year. If you are talking about China, it is about 64 kg per capita per year. And important takeaway from all competitive examination is the UNEP headquarters in Nairobi, Kenya. UNEP head is the Anger Anderson. UNEP founder is the Morik Strong. That is found in 5th January, where we also celebrated the Environment Day, 5th June of 1972, that are found in Nairobi, Kenya, right? Let's see the next thing. Next slide is related to the one of the major indexes. World Intellectual Property Right released the Global Innovation Index 2020. Who will finance innovation on September 2021. This year, GIA ranking were topped by the Switzerland, Sweden, USA, UK, Netherlands, while India, China, Philippines, Vietnam have been listed as the economics with most significant progress in the GIA innovation ranking over the years. So it is a quite of dependent upon the research and development, how the country is invested in research and development, and according to this, the respect that they are getting because of their innovation, and how much innovation and the paper are published as per these things is noticed, right? For example, if you are talking about the education, skills, human capital, if you are talking about what is the component of the human capital, that is the education and the skill, right? On that basis we can create all these things. Higher education, for example, if you are talking about the education, higher education funding, regulation, accreditation and standard setting, who is made the standard? So it is a type of a component of the education there. And if you are talking about the skill is just related to the higher education and research and development. For example, National Research Foundation with outlay of 50,000 crore over 5 years, National Language Translation Mission to boost the internet access, Deep Ocean Mission for ocean exploration and biodiversity conservation. It is quite important. If you are talking about the education expenditure in India itself, that is 14 and 15, that is 2.8. No, never be a 2.8. I think that is increased. Anyway, मैं कल बताती हूँ इनके बारे में. बट इंडिया की रैंकिंग क्या रही है ये नहीं दे रखा है ना, कल बताते हैं. थैंक यू.